I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub, Smackin It Raw. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden, Matt Ritter. And I'm here with my co-hosts today, ladies and gentlemen. She is host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of Story Time with Miss Katie Kinsey Bay, getting off. She's a princess in a place where they serve food. She breaks hearts. She goes by the name Miss Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hey.
And returning. He wasn't here last week, but he was here 2 weeks ago. We had a good time, so I let him come back on. We're Deadline. He is the Deadbeat Poppy, host of the Get Joe podcast. Steve to Katie and my's podcasting relationship. He's our Steve. He is Daddy Delgado, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, my friend Vince.
Daddy's home.
Hi guys.
What's up, man? How's it going? Fun show, huh? Fun show tonight. Deadline. Fun week of wrestling.
Vince. Yeah. I know it's been a while, and this is not Get You, so we talk about Deadline at the end of the show.
I know.
We have a whole week to get through. I know you're excited. We got in, and you just started telling us all your thoughts about Deadline before the show started. I had to stop you so that we could start the show.
Sure, we did.
Telling us about the little cat naps that you took and what you were into and what you weren't. I learned all about the penis-shaped foods you had for snacks. It was very interesting. And we will talk more about that at the end of the show.
They were chocolate flavored, by the way.
Did I miss that part of the conversation?
You tune Vince out every now and then. I know you do. I can see the look in your eyes. They glaze over and you're just not listening anymore.
No way.
Before we get into Deadline, which we are here to talk about today, before we get into Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW Dynamite, we have to plug a couple things. One of those is youtube.com/Creation World, where it is free to, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
It boosts the algorithm and helps find new listeners. Matt, I need you to get your shit together.
Well, I normally do Twitch first, but I clicked on YouTube, so then it fucks with my head a second. All right. Also, it's the end of the year and everything's falling apart. I did get my new sump pump in today, though, so I shouldn't have to worry about water. And also, my toilet magically fixed itself randomly, so
See? All good things. All good things.
That's good.
We'll see. Katie, why is it important, not the sump pump in the toilet, but that they like, subscribe, and comment?
Because you're a
boost
whore.
the algorithm. Vince, what am I?
You're a whore, Matthew.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You're a whore, man.
Oh, he had it, Matt. I just said you're a whore.
You guys are great. I love the energy. Yes, I'm a whore. For your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your subscriptions and attention. Mostly your attention, which is why we do this. So please like, subscribe, comment, and watch our shit. And enjoy what we do here for you. The chorus of "You're a Whores" that I tried to get going, that was iffy at best. But they tried. Also, flick that bean, hit that notification bell. You get notified every time we go live, whether it is every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, for the Creation Conversation, which has one more show this year next week on Thursday for Travis's birthday, and then we are done for 2024. We will be back the first week of 2025. Or you guys can tune into, I don't know, this show, Smackin It Raw, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, every Saturday. We have 2 more shows this year. Two, right? 2 more shows. 2 more shows this year. And then we'll be back the second week of 2025. So come join us for those. Next week is Saturday night's main event. This week is Deadline. Last week was Survivor Series War Games. And then, right before that was an AEW thing that happened. It's just hit after hit after hit.
Full gear.
Yeah.
4 weeks in a row of a PLE/pay-per-view.
PLE.
And at World's End is coming too soon. So
yeah, 2 weeks. I don't know.
Can't get a break, gentlemen. We're gonna have 4 to 5 weeks straight of pay-per-views and
gentlemen,
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I heard the gentleman, and I was like, I'm right here.
You guys can also check out Getting Off. Katie and I just did an episode yesterday. It was Katie Horror Showcase 9, where we talked Ginger Snap, and we watched Popeye, Slayer Man, and we watched other cool trailers. What?
I said Popeye was terrible?
Oh, you just shook your head. I didn't hear you say Popeye was terrible, and I thought you were saying no, we didn't. I'm like, we absolutely did watch the trailer for Popeye the Slayer Man.
No, we didn't.
And his radioactive fucking spinach. But other shit like Werewolves, which looked dope. Bloody Hatchet Wound.
Bloody Axe Wound, close.
Axe Wound, yeah, that's one. Yeah, no, that also looked dope. And, news and rumors and shit. We had a good time. So come find out, about metaphors for puberty and becoming a werewolf and STDs that are transmitted through werewolf viruses. All sorts of fun shit. And that is every other Friday and maybe sometimes on a Sunday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. But the only way you're going to know is if you flick that B and hit that notification bell and get notified, because then whenever a show goes up, you know when it's going to be. That's how you stay in tune. I have talked enough. Everything's plugged. I'm going to shut the fuck up now about that. You guys got anything?
You didn't plug that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm still on YouTube. I don't even really like this place, but I guess twitch.tv/Creation World. It's not fun to watch there if you're on a mobile phone. Maybe it's better on your computer, but you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, you link those two together, you get a free sub every month. And if you do enjoy Twitch, and if you do use Twitch, and you like our show, and that's how you watch us, then you guys should give us that sub, because it costs you absolutely nothing, and it, shows that you love me and appreciate me, and it makes me feel special in and outside of my pants. So do that, or give it to Katie. If you're like, fuck Matt, you can give it to Katie. Katie's great. People like her. You guys should definitely sub to her. She's been collecting them since 05, so add on to that list. Or Will, Allison, everyone over at Rivet City Radio, or any of your favorite Twitch streamers, guys. If you have the sub, do not let it go to waste. Give it to someone that you appreciate and show your appreciation. It is the time of giving. It is the time of thanks just passed, but Christmas is coming. It's the holiday season. Get in the holiday spirit and give us a gift of a sub or attention or some love. Take a finger up my ass. What's up? I was Fretz's top podcast guest this year, and speaking of appreciation, all bullshit aside, I am honored that was the case, and it was really cool, and I can't wait to go on and do another show with him. So thanks for stopping through, Fretz, and having me on. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we plug the Twitch and we plug the YouTube.
My turn. Shut up. I got it. You need a break. I got it. Let the queen take the reins. I'm also wearing a queen shirt. There was a pun there, but you can't see the bottom of the shirt, so never mind.
You can't be a queen and a princess. You got to pick a role.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. As the funniest person on this podcast.
Okay, listen. That is not
every
a thing.
Time just to piss
and
him off.
I am specifically going at Rylan on Monday.
Speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of.
The first world.
Yeah, but that's the first thing you hear, but she's the funniest one on the podcast.
Because I'm hysterical. He said it.
He did say it. And again, he also finds Norm Macdonald hilarious. So
But I mean, well, I'm funnier than Norm
Have
Macdonald.
fun.
So, anyways, we brought up Saturday Night Main Event next week. That's the thing. It's also going to be a thing January 25th in San Antonio, Texas. He's Canadian. So Norm Macdonald's Canadian.
And
Ryland's Canadian. He likes Canada.
Norm Macdonald isn't the only Canadian fucking comedian to exist. Anyway, that's not important. News and rumors.
I said one, and no one said anything.
Because you immediately shouted he's Canadian, and then now Fretz is also Canadian.
Everyone's Canadian.
We love Canadians. Canucks. Canadians.
Canucks is a team, yes.
Ah.
They are a team. Yeah, okay. So moving on. Pam McAfee will be returning full-time to commentary for Raw after Raw goes to Netflix.
Until football season and he has to leave again.
Right.
It said quote-unquote full-time, so we'll see.
Also, like, here's the thing. I understand the need for, or not the need. I understand the reason behind Raw not going TVMA, even though they're on Netflix, because of advertisers and sponsors and fucking money. I get it. But, like, some of us were really hoping that when you went on a platform that didn't restrict you from doing things, that you wouldn't impose your own restrictions on your product, Raw. We really were. I get it. I understand it. I'm just not happy about it.
I wanted one thing when Raw went to Netflix.
Kitties?
No.
Oh, no. Seth fucking Rollins. Yeah.
Seth fucking Rollins. That's all I wanted. Just one. Just give me one.
I might still get it.
He can pay a fine. That's fine. Sure. Just give me one of them. Like with all of the gusto. That's all I want. I didn't talk about it on this show last week because I didn't know, or maybe I did and I just forgot. So Juice Robinson broke his leg.
Jeez.
So he will not be continuing in the IHOP Continental Red Robin tournament, whatever the fuck we're calling it. He was replaced by Commander. So that's fun, I guess. And then all of the people got injured in War Games. Bronson with his foot, Jimmy with his toe. It's fucking, who's that one? Tongaloa. That one I did not know until SmackDown. Like he,
Me
like,
either. I was so
fucked up his
confused.
forearm, his bicep. Yeah, guys, just be careful in War Games. That's like the gist of that.
Casualties of war.
I like that. That could have been a great title. That should be in the little like bullet point for the blue sky thing.
It's almost like he wrote it down or something. I know what I'm doing, guys. I promise. Back to Saturday night's main event. Jesse the Body Ventura is returning to commentary for the show on Saturday.
I don't know.
You don't care about the Body Ventura?
It's not that. It's just like, do I want to hear him? Like, we know what we're doing with JR, right? Like, we see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I really want Jesse on commentary all night, or even for maybe like the main event or just a full match? Give it a chance, I guess, but like, I really don't think we need these old guys coming out of retirement to sit on commentary. I don't. And Jesse's cool. Like, I respect his politics and all that, but like, I don't know. I'm not about it.
He's looking real decrepit.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Look
I
rough.
wasn't expecting the Crypt Keeper.
It's giving
what?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, yeah. You
know? You seen those pictures? Well, no.
Is he on your list?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have Jimmy Carter, or did I?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't remember. Nobody's done anything in there for a while, so
it's because nobody on our list has died.
Oh no, Carolyn has Jimmy Carter.
So that sounds about right.
Number one. Oh wait, I needed my phone anyways. The last thing I have, where is it? So A&E obviously is coming out with new WWE shows and like new seasons of shows like Rivals and all of that other fun stuff. There's going to be a WWE LFG. Let's fucking go. That's not actually what it stands for, but it'd be a lot funnier if it was.
What is this?
Basically, it's just like an inside look at the rigorous training process featuring iconic WWE legends such as Paul Triple H Levesque, Shawn Michaels, and weekly regular coaches Undertaker, Booker T, Mickey James, and Bubba Ray Dudley, as they mentor a new generation in weekly matches on their quest to become the next WWE superstars. So it's like a reality competition kind of situation. It seems like / Tough Enough / every other shit they've done.
So is LFG like live fitness goals or?
I don't remember exactly what it means. I'm going to go to their Twitter real quick because the screenshot I took didn't have what it actually meant. Oopsies. Gotta get a boxing fight on that. Is he talking about Netflix or LFG?
Well, he did say the first words he heard when he hopped in was "stick a finger in my ass," and that was like when he said that. It was well after I had said it, so he might be a little behind. LFG.
Which
He's not,
happens.
No, LFG.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not scrolling anymore. I don't know what the fuck it means. Let's fucking go. That's what it means.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
You're doing your best. It does sound like Tough Enough. I'm sorry. Let me pull that comment up. It sounds like Tough Enough. I know, Rylan. I agree. That's all I had.
You got anything, Vince?
No, I don't really got anything. Usually just leave it up to Katie.
Okay, cool. Monday Night Raw, CM Punk points at an invisible WrestleMania sign. GPS has given him multiple routes to take to get to WrestleMania. He has a favor to call in to get there in case he can't find his way through the GPS routes. And just as I was getting a personal invite on that road trip, because I know that's what he was about to say. He was about to be like, Matt Ritter, I need you to come with me. Seth Rollins interrupted. That son of a bitch. Seth wishes he had a donkey punch Punk day one, but a lot got in the way. And after seeing Punk with Roman, he's ready to rectify his mistake. So tonight is the night that he gets in CM Punk's ass. Punk says Seth isn't worth his time anymore. And while Seth masturbates to Punk every night, Punk doesn't even think about Seth when he masturbates. Yeah, no, there it is. Seth punches Punk. They brawl. Sammy and Jay make room for the Holy Ghost. Then Seth says, fuck Jey Uso and Sammy too. And Sammy and Seth argue about why and how War Games happened and how they both fucked Roman up the butt with a chair. So tonight, they're going to fight. Jay got jumped backstage. Sammy has questions for Adam, who, of course, has no answers because he's useless. But Sammy decides it was Seth and goes to pound his ass in the ring. Sammy grabs the chair to interrogate Seth during the match. Seth swears it wasn't him, then rolls up Sammy and pins him, but maintains his innocence. He also implied that it was Punk, and instead it looks like it was actually Drew, because Drew McIntyre shows up and kicks the head off Sami Zayn to close out Monday Night Raw.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew's return. Sammy versus Seth.
Swallow.
Punk doesn't think about Seth while he masturbates. Punk's going to Invisible WrestleMania.
Not the Invisible WrestleMania. Oh, Phil. You silly
that might be the only WrestleMania he can main event.
Yeah, his ass ain't fucking main eventing. I'm sorry, guys. Hate to break it to you. He ain't main eventing.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm never wrong.
You're always wrong.
Lies.
Okay, you're wrong sometimes. Swallow. I already said.
Yeah, I'm with Katie too. obviously a swallow here. The promo to kick off Raw between Punk and Seth was fantastic. Transitioning into Sammy versus Seth, and them actually saying like the truthful things of like, hey, you know, Roman probably wouldn't have been the tribal chief if you didn't stick a chair to the back like all those years ago. You created the tribal chief, and then again Seth going back. You know, I like the points that were made because it's like, how is like Seth so upset with Roman? Like he's the one that broke up the Shield when Seth was the one that broke up the Shield. So like I get the beef. Like I don't what.
I don't subscribe to this bullshit theory that Seth created the tribal chief Roman Reigns.
No.
You know how much shit happened between chair shot to the back and tribal chief coming back as a heel and fucking shit up, pandemic era. Yeah, exactly. If we're gonna blame somebody, blame Corbin.
Oh, because of the dog food match?
Exactly.
Well, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But
that was the whole reason.
But I do like the back and forth between Seth and Sammy. Then Seth actually made a lot of fair points, like everything they went through WrestleMania to help dethrone the Bloodline, just to ask him to help Roman Reigns in War Games. Why would he, in all God's green earth, like agree to that? Like, I like the common sense on both sides. Honestly, both guys had fair points in very different aspects of their promos. But I'm glad someone actually pointed out on WWE Continuity that, hey, Seth, you're the one that turned on Roman. You shouldn't be as pissed towards Roman. And if anything, you're the manipulator, especially when you were challenging for those titles, dressing up as the Shield and making that entrance. So I get Roman was the heel, but Seth, you know, you're not really the do-gooder here, but everything's a swallow.
You've never done anything. You've never made a mistake. You've never done anything bad in your entire life, Vince.
That was one hell of a mistake, Matt. It's one thing to like, oh shit, I forgot to go pick up my wife at the airport, or oh shit, I forgot to like turn the stove off. You know, it's little things. You know, like that was a big thing.
I don't think those were little. You forget to turn your stove off, you could blow your house up. Probably, maybe.
Forget your wife at the airport. She's going to end up with some Italian man on vacation.
Tony D'Angelo?
All right.
Sorry.
Phineas Balor.
Yes.
Celebrates how they gangbang Damian Priest. I put DP.
Diamond Dallas Page.
They gangbang Diamond Dallas Page. No, Damian Priest after Survivor Series. And then he's like, listen, guys, if you listen to me, you win, but none of you listen to me, and that's why you guys all suck. Damage Control lose to Liv and Spanish Rachel. They start pounding Damage Control. Rhea comes out, attacks Spanish Rachel. Then Liv tries to cuddle her from the back, but ends up taking a post up the back. Rachel puts Rhea eye first into the announce table before security got there. You know, her just freshly healed eyeball directly in the corner of the table.
She should talk to Rey Mysterio how he dealt with that eye abuse. You know, if anyone understands, it's Rey.
And then, on top of all of that, after Finn did his little pep talk, Finn tells Gunther, you owe me a title shot, bitch. And Gunther's like, here's the thing. You haven't done shit to earn a title shot, but Dom back there, I'm pretty sure Dom beat Damian Priest. Did you beat? You didn't beat Damian Priest, did you, Finn? No, but Dom did. So I'm going to give it to Dominic Mysterio, which Finn was not happy about. Not at all. Gunther defeats Dom because Finn can't take no for an answer and gets all in Gunther's guts. Finn gets his match for Saturday night's main event. But next week, they're like, hey, we also got to talk about those tag team titles you're supposed to defend. And he's like, wait, what? I'm tag team champ? What? No. I don't know anything about that. Can't do that. That's not.
Finn Balor sucks. Mr.
So
Rhea,
Rhea,
there's no leaders, but I'm a leader. Sorry.
Rhea losing an eye again.
Allegedly.
Literally what Katie just said about Finn Balor being like, there's no leaders, but trying to be the leader. Dom getting a title shot and losing because of the leader. And then Finn getting his title shot Saturday night's main event. Spit or swallow.
Wait, not to go against like Dom here, but didn't he already lose the match and that's when Finn showed up? Or Because I don't recall Finn costing him the match. I recall him coming in.
Finn's existence cost Dom the match.
All right, fair.
Yep.
If you phrase it like that, then it all adds up.
No, it's all a spit. This is damage control losing, rude. To Spanish Rachel of all people, even ruder. Rhea losing an eye again, potentially, allegedly, spit. Finn thinking he's the leader. Tuh. Like, this is, I'm over the Judgment Day. Over them all.
Facts.
I'm gonna take it section by section because not everything was a spit, not everything was a swallow. So I'm with Katie. I'm a spit Spanish Rachel and Liv beating damage control because fuck Spanish Rachel, we don't claim her. I'm spitting Finn Balor being a dickhead of a friend and quote unquote leader. His whole quote about if we listen to Finn, you win. Either they're gonna turn on him or Dom's gonna get kicked out. Dom's not feeling it. Dom is just as much as over of the Judgment Day as the rest of you guys are. So that's something that I'm keeping an eye on. But Dom versus Gunther, I thought the match was really good, so that gets a swallow. And the finish, that was a very intense Finn Balor. That was the most serious Finn Balor has looked in like a very long time and the most like threatening he's looked. So I'm gonna swallow him looking dangerous and taking on Gunther.
No.
There was the report that supposedly, like within the last couple of years, Finn Balor has really stepped up as a locker room leader, and then going into 2025, he's going to have a significant singles push. So, I mean, if they reestablish Finn, sure. Him versus Dom could be interesting, especially a babyface Dom. I don't think I've ever seen. Like, I thought I'd see that. So, it's getting a swallow right now because I'm kind of curious where it's going. Finn's a dickhead right now, but I still really like Finn. I have a little shrine to him right here. So
Finn Balor started wearing a bandana, and I lost all interest in Finn Balor and have not gained it back. And here's the thing: this isn't the first time that I've heard people that I have podcasts with be like, "This is the most serious that Finn Balor has looked in a long time." And it looks like Finn Balor's going to come back and he's going to do big things. And, they're really high on Finn Balor. And I can't wait to see where this goes. You know where it goes, Vince? It goes fucking nowhere. It goes nowhere.
Well.
Hello, Tommy.
See what you do, Matt.
Listen, I haven't given up hope. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of not giving up hope, Dakota Kai didn't give up hope after being put in the Karafuda clutch. In fact, she said, fuck it, I'm not even going to sell that shit. Got up, won the match in a women's three-way dance with Shayna Baszler and Katana Chance, advancing in the Intercontinental title women's tournament.
Yep.
Dakota Kai, spit or swallow?
Swallow. King Coda for women's IC champion.
Big swallow. Me and Katie talked about this already. She should be the inaugural IC champion. She's my number one. It's between her and Lyra Valkyria, which I can't wait to see her match. So,
to speak.
Yeah, swallow.
Kaiser rolls up on Braun asking for a title shot. Braun would love to take a bite out of him. Ludwig might want to bail on the sinking Imperium ship. No match, so no sound effect for Braun Breaker this week.
Ooh.
I'll do it myself.
Ooh, just for shits and giggles.
Nope.
It was literally just a backstage segment. Also, you guys have the ability to push the button if you want. Like,
no. Last time I put my hands on stuff, I was like, hey, Vince, I do this. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. That's Katie's job. This is my job. This is your job. I'm like, all right.
That's true. Matt did dictate jobs we have for clicking things because all three of us are allowed to click on everything.
I'm going to press you, Tommy.
Who let the dogs out?
Thank you. You find a way to play the Jane clip. You gotta find a way to play the Braun Strowman.
My headphone.
Kaiser versus Braun. Spit or swallow? Match, backstage segment.
Swallow. Again.
It's a gargle. Gargle. Just
Tommy
there.
said again.
All right, now
one more time for Tommy.
The other one.
I'll do the other
Who
one.
let the dogs out?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Now the big thing, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day 10-year celebration almost had me using my tears as lube when Big E's music hit and he showed up. Then Big E said he's coming back full time as a manager, not as a wrestler, but only until he's clear, because he doesn't like what's happening with Xavier and Kofi, because they were both like, you know what, guys, this is great, we appreciate it, but we've had some hard decisions, we got to tell you something. Big E's like, no. I'm not going to let all that we've built just crumble. I'm going to be here every day to remind you guys. And both Xavier and Kofi looked that man directly in the eye and said, fuck you, dude. You let, like, you chose a woman over us, Vince. You chose your new show over us, Vince. You chose your whole new life over us while we have been here, Vince. So
What the fuck?
Woods, I mean, look, Woods said, fuck you. You waited too long. Kofi said, fuck you too. You ain't Stone Cold, Edge, or Kurt Angle with that broke ass neck. They all came back. You can't. You chose everything over us, Vince. Woods said you will never be cleared. So get out of the ring and go back to your commentary desk, or pre-show commentary desk. E then is begging to fix things. He's like, give me a hug. Like, we can make it work. Like, you guys know what I've been going through. And they're like, no. Go fuck yourself, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Stiff arms him, makes him walk sad up the rampway, fucking walk ashamed Big E up the rampway. He did that little slow turn and pause with the tear, but like, no acknowledgement. Woods didn't even want to fucking look at Big E in the eye. And it broke my heart, and I know it broke Katie's heart. Vince, did you resonate with any of this?
What the fuck, man? No, it broke my heart too. Maybe I saw some parallels as well. But it was a
Would it
great
be
film.
Kofi or Big E? Or Kofi or Woods? Katie.
I'll be Xavier Woods.
Okay.
Woods is the one with glasses, and Katie does wear the glasses.
I have glasses.
Also, Kofi is the oldest one out of the trio, and you're the oldest one, so by default, Kofi. And I could also
I didn't expect the swerve of, after all of that, them being like, it's just us now. It's like, this whole thing was like, you two were splitting. How did fuck you, Big E, turn into like your bonding heel tag team come together moment?
They
Brings people together, I guess.
hate does bring people together. But the way I looked at it is like I saw some validity in what Woods and Kofi were saying. I didn't like the whole, hey, like you chose your girlfriend, your new life, yada yada. You broke your neck, so what? The one line that they said was like that, and Woods initiated it was like, now you're coming back. It's been 4 years since you broke your neck, and you were trying to get back and yada yada, right? But now that you see us about to break up the New Day, you saw us fighting for months now. This didn't just start last week. So if you saw that there were problems with us, you thought that an option was to come back as a manager to help uplift us and bring us back, to where we're supposed to be. Why not do this sooner? Why did you wait till we were just getting ready to jump off the cliff and the only thing left to do was to jump? Like, now you want to... So that's the part where I'm like, there's some truth there. But then again, you have these heels right now in WWE where there's some validity in their, like, in their words and their, like, reasoning for the things that they're doing. Granted, I don't agree with what Woods and Kofi are saying, because if you're true friends, you're not going to be selfish for your friend because he's happy and because he's trying to get healthy and he's trying to get his mental health. And that whole segment, it's a big swallow for me. It was probably the segment of the year for me. Honestly, it's up there with like Festival of Friendship and Trial of Sami Zayn and other great moments in WWE. And then reading the WWE piece, the Big E piece on the Players Tribune was fantastic because I read that, it got me emotionally invested, and then I saw this segment and I almost teared up. It's fantastic. It's a big swallow.
I'm Team Kofi Woods. Big E, hold on. I love Big E. I love Big E, but they have a great point. If you can show up for the pre-show of every fucking pay-per-view, you could have been ringside for our matches with us and had our backs. But where the fuck were you? You weren't there. You weren't there when we lost these matches. You weren't there when we lost the tag team titles. You weren't there. You were at family parties with your girlfriends, missing our shows every week. I agree with them 100%.
That's the part where, like I was saying, it gives them validity to the words that they're saying. Because if he was completely off television, cool. But he's on the kickoff shows. He's on these other programs. Like he was literally on the kickoff show, like the post show, right after that happened. Like the whole like back and forth exchange last week on Monday after following Survivor Series, and Wade Barrett asked him, and he didn't want to talk about it. Like if you can be there, why can't you be there for your friends? So like I get the point that they're trying to get to.
Amen.
I get the point 100%. It was
all
fantastic.
smoking crack cocaine. This is fucking bonkers.
Is it Big E's fault? No, I'm on Big E's side here. Like he found happiness. He's trying
the girlfriend he's had for a year, so that's okay.
Exactly.
He broke his neck 4 years ago, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he broke it 4 years ago. He hasn't been on WWE TV since then.
Okay, he wasn't on TV he wasn't on anything WWE for like a hot fucking minute. Mm-hmm. Maybe he doesn't want to be near the ring. Do y'all ever think about that?
Yeah.
He's taking this personally. He does like, now all of a sudden. Now it's okay.
Yeah, because he's probably closer to getting cleared. There, trauma happens.
You heard Xavier Woods. He's never getting cleared.
Xavier Woods is a fucking liar. Heartless
He's not.
piece of shit.
The way I saw it is that they put the New Day in a trajectory to be okay going forward and not have Big E's return linger. Because they separated Big E from the New Day, they turned heel. They're able to take the New Day in a different direction that they've been for the last 10 years and give it a new identity without Big E. And then now they've kicked him out. So even if he's coming back, they're no longer going to be asking, like, oh, when's E coming back? Have you heard from me? Doesn't matter.
No, it's fine, because when Big E's cleared and shows up at the Rumble and wrecks them both, then you both can suck it.
Here's the thing. I don't think he's going to come at it with a vengeful place. I think he's going to come in and try to change them. It's like, no, I'm going to try to like.
No, Big E's pissed. We're getting 5 count Big E back because these two want to be.
5 count Big E was fantastic. 5 count Big E is fantastic.
That's what we're getting back.
In all honesty, whatever bullshit aside, even though I mean what I said, they made a great point. This was much needed for the New Day, especially if they're keeping them as a tag team, this heel turn, because they have been kind of stale for a while. As one of the greatest tag teams in WWE, they've really got nothing going for them, and this was great. So hashtag bad day all day.
Mm-hmm. I'm with it. Like I said, whether Big E's cleared, they don't have to worry about it, or he's never cleared, like Wood said, it's opening the door so that whatever Pandora's box walks through, Big E's return or no return, the New Day will be fine going forward. And I think that's.
And I can't wait till Monday Night Raw to find out what their new music and look and everything. They change. Are they going to be Bad Day? Am I correct? Did I just call that? Are they fucking the Bad Day now?
I think they should still be New Day, but they should go back to just being overly obnoxious. Like they should be.
I want a dub over of Big E's voice saying, "It's a bad day." Yes, it is. Or maybe like Bad News Barrett doing it for him.
I got some bad news. Yes, I do.
It's a bad day. Yes, it is. Anyway, anything from
That's great.
Anything from Monday Night Raw. Katie, I can't be on Kofi and Xavier's side.
No, because
I love Big E. But Big E reminds me a lot of Vince, and I have as you heard, I have a lot of pent up, frustrations that I got off my chest through living vicariously through Kofi and Xavier Woods.
Listen, just because Steve decided to do a bunch of different new things doesn't mean Big E's like the same. Big E broke his neck.
He is, though.
Big E broke his neck. What's Steve's excuse?
My schedule changed.
No.
Like, hey, I don't like how this became about me. It's about Big E, goddammit. Let's go back to his.
It was so fun to make this about you, though, just for shits and giggles. It was great. The fact that I was able to twist that was fun. Anyway, Big E chose awkward photo shoots over the homies. Anything for Monday Night Raw that I didn't talk about that wasn't good enough for Ritter?
No.
Let me see. I'm trying to look.
Because I haven't left this room. That's why.
What are we so sure that it's true they attacked Jey Uso?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I still think it was Seth.
It was not Seth.
We'll see.
We're not doing multiple whodunits on the main roster.
Where's
We
the
have one.
screening when we need them?
They're my favorite thing about any kind of television program. What?
Justin just texted me. He's like, I knew you were going to make the Big E Vince comparison. And honestly, I wasn't planning on doing it until we got here. And it just happened in the moment. This was not a premeditated thing. It just kind of naturally flowed. But he knew it before I knew it.
So, you know what's funny? I didn't even make the connection or the correlation. And then once you started like, Vince, I'm like, oh my God, he's going there. I didn't even think of that. Like a light bulb went off. But,
NXT. Last chance foursome for the Iron Survivors women's match. Ren Sinclair, the one person Katie did not want to win that match. However, last week we did say if she does get in, she can take pinfalls, and we will talk about it.
Boy, howdy did she.
Lucks her way into the match after getting knocked out by Lola, who missed Miss Parker and fell onto Cora for the win. Lucked into a win and lucked into the match. And, good for Ren. Jada demands that everyone strip the ring. She wants them down the ropes. And she wants Lola. No rules, no ropes, no clothes right now. They start to strip the ring, and Jada's got a brick too.
yeah.
Jada says, nah, we'll wait till Saturday. Lola's like, you just did me a favor, ha, and got knocked the fuck out.
That was like the cleanest shot I've ever seen. She tossed the. I don't even need this brick, baby. And then boom, elbow, Jericho. Take notes.
I just love that she's, hey, Miss Parker, and then the brick. You got knocked the fuck out. Like all of it is Friday.
All of it.
Peter Parker is Friday.
It's all Friday on a Tuesday. It's all Friday on a Tuesday.
Write that down.
I am.
Oh, she's gonna kill you.
Here, Steve.
Women, last chance. Jada, Lola,
Women.
Fit, Swallow.
You say the first word. Swallow. Women.
Swallow. We swallow women on the Smackin It Raw.
NXT women specifically.
NXT women specifically, yes. Big swallow for Ren Sinclair because I didn't care about her the last couple weeks. She gets herself into situations, and then her lugging her way into that match is hilarious. And she may not have had the best performance in terms of like pinfalls and whatnot, but she at least got one pinfall.
We're not there yet.
We'll talk about it. Fan of her right now.
Hey Vince, what's that behind you?
What?
Ashanti sends flowers and Carmen folds like a bad poker hand. Carmen and Thekita battle for a chance to be a one-night stand for Ashanti the Adonis. Carmen gets the win, but is mad because Ashanti pushed her. At this point, fuck Carmen completely. I'm done. And I'm not even in this relationship. I am sick of this roller. I want to get off the roller coaster and I'm not even on it. I'm not even on it. And I want off the roller coaster.
I'm not even in line. Like, I don't even want to get on this ride.
I didn't even buy tickets to that fucking amusement park.
I'm still at home.
When she said I'm still at home, I'm done.
Like, no, this is stupid. And like, you're just making her look like the dumb. Listen, I love Love as much as the next guy, but this is awful.
It's
Like,
not good.
Carmen
It's
looks
not good.
dumb. She's like, oh, you pushed me. No, he saved you from getting a shot to the face, bro. Like, he protected you, actually. You dumb
She's
bitch.
driving me, dude. I liked Carmen until this happened, and I have
Yeah,
lost.
me too. Now I'm mad.
And I love a good Blacks on Blondes episode. I really do. So, like, I don't understand why this isn't working. But it's not. It's not.
It's because she's a dumb blonde.
This is why I never bothered to learn her name early on.
No, you just couldn't pronounce it. There's a difference.
No, I didn't bother to learn it.
Speaking of porn, Eric Bischoff hosts an oral off between Ridge and Trick that quickly goes from just oral to full contact, with Ridge Holland leaving Trick laid out and to get stretchered out. Trick goes to the hospital, but tells Ava he still wants action on Saturday, which we saw. He had neck issues, which I completely forgot about until right now. So that makes more sense about something that happened in the match that Vince do not talk about because we are not there.
Trick got some next?
Yes.
Okay. I think he's talking about the Carmen Petrovich.
Carmen, I know.
I think he's talking about Blacks on Blondes, but, you know.
Justin, clarify in the chat once you get a chance. Blacks on Blondes or Petrovich naming situations?
Did we really need Eric Bischoff for this segment? Did we need Ridge and Trick talking to each other? Trick
No.
getting stretchered out was good for the build, I guess.
It was just nah.
No.
Eh.
They were trying to add some heat to this match by doing the stretcher setup spot. But the oral off was terrible. Even their physical interactions was terrible. Eric Bischoff was terrible. They did all of it. Carmen Pelvic.
Close. You're almost there. Ay.
No, it was all a spin, man. Like, I could have gone without it. Like, I stopped caring throughout the rest of the episode because of that segment. I'm like, I don't care. I'll watch something else.
Speaking of Blacks on Blondes, we had Team Orange is the New Black versus Izzy Dame, or at least Gigi Dolan from Team Orange is the New Black versus Izzy Dame. Keep Dawn Spears away from my fucking girls. Please, God. Keep Sean Spears the fuck away from these girls. Far, far away. Because you know what Sean Spears is?
Beautiful.
Okay, well, for you, yes. Sean Spears is just JC Jane with a dick. And you know what we say about JC Jane?
Because JC Jane is a fake-ass bitch.
You just needed an excuse to use the clip.
No, I really want Sean Spears nowhere near Team Orange is the New Black.
I like the name Team Orange is the New Black. I like that. I like that a lot. That's
Well,
great.
they're teaming together next week, so there you go.
Names are what I do. Also, GG Driver on Dame for the win. Gigi gets the win in her first match back. Bitter swallow.
Yeah. Swallow.
I'm going to just swallow because Gigi got the win and she's teamed up right now with Tatum Paxley. And I like it. I'm with you. I don't want Sean Spears near any of that. I don't know what the angle is, but I'm not trying to find out. So let's move on.
I'm trying to find out.
No, neither am
So I had this next segment as like a big issue for me, but it all got fixed tonight. So Eddie Thorpe qualified for the Iron Survivor. It was what it was. I was pissed. I'm like, this is bullshit. This men's match is gonna suck. I asked for one fucking thing in this men's match, and I'm not getting what I want. Blah blah blah. And then at the end of the show, Eddie Thorpe got fucked up. I'm like, all right, well, it could be anybody. But is it the person I want it to be? I don't know. We're not going to find out till the end of the show if I got what I wanted. But Eddie Thorpe did qualify. I was not happy about it on Tuesday. I will say that.
No.
Because, why?
Neither was I. He just kind of, added, a whole stink to the match. Where I'm like, well, now I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care who's in it and who isn't. I don't care about who wins this match anymore.
Yeah. Stupid.
Last thing. Why does Stephanie Vakir's music or at least the music she came out to on Tuesday, because I don't think I was paying too much attention when she did her Iron Survivor entrance, sounds so fucking familiar.
It does sound very familiar, right? Like
what the fuck is that song?
I don't know. They probably sampled it from something.
I feel like it's from a video game, and it's driving me nuts. Like one of the WWE video games, like they took one of those fucking generic theme songs and gave it to her.
Hey, some of those generic theme songs fucking slap.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's one of those. I don't know. But anyway, Roxanne Perez talks shit, comes out, out come all the Iron Survivors, and then it's an all-out, balls-out brawl to close out NXT with all the women. And we already said it before. I don't even need to ask Spit or Swallow, because when we say NXT and women, we...
Swallow.
Just in unison once, guys. Just...
I was ready. He was delayed.
I know.
I'm on time.
I'm gonna fucking like a conductor. I'm gonna get you guys in sync.
No, hey. I was in chorus.
Listen, this ain't Yankees wrestling. We're not trying to hit the gong at the same time. Like if it happens, it happens.
Like what if we did?
But like what if we did?
But like what if we did? Also, yeah, Ryan,
I don't want you to hit the gong together. I want you to hit the whore together. Or you're a whore. Do we ever need Eric Bischoff? Agreed, Ryland. Anything from NXT that I didn't cover that you guys want to talk about?
No, you got everything.
No, you didn't. Tag team battle royal to determine the people. It was a spit. Because why? Of all teams. And like, listen, I love Tavion Heights. I was like, damn, Mans came back from Japan looking great. Killing it. Very proud of him. But like, what the fuck?
We're going to talk about that when we get to the pay-per-view. We got 2 more shows to get through, then we get to the pay-per-view. So let's do this. I know Vince won't have much here, so we'll zoom through AEW real quick. The Red Robin Continental Breakfast Tournament continues with Kyle Fletcher fucking Shelton for 3 points. Bobby and MVP are disappointed and tell Shelton to get angry, and then hurt people backstage.
Yeah. What?
Claudio touches Brody's meat and potatoes for the win, and he gets 3 points as well.
Not the meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes.
I guess I didn't write Claudio and Brody. I mean, that was a hell of a fucking match, though. It's like I can't even be mad that like Claudio got the dub because like Brody still has a chance. I am mad that Kyle beat Shelton because what the fuck. But it's the Red Robin Tournament Continental Breakfast. It's fine. Points will add up. Red Robin
Continental Breakfast Tournament.
Red Robin Continental Breakfast Tournament. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I would have preferred.
Oh, I did have it written down. Just kidding. It was just further down my list. Continue.
Hook said he wants to get Nick Wayne's ass tonight and Nick Wayne's stepdad's ass at the pay-per-view because they're mad about what they did to not Thick Boy Taz. Just Taz. Then Hook gets gangbang.
Spit. That promo was ass.
Hook is just...
Did you watch?
No, I just saw the clip because TC shared it to us. He was like,
yeah, that's literally the only reason he knows what happened on the show.
We don't have to break kayfabe.
It's not even...
It's not breaking kayfabe. It's confirming kayfabe.
I don't watch, so... Okay.
You never watch. No, that's a spit because I'm over those.
Fair. Dime a Dozen Battle Royal. 10 guys who didn't have a chance, and also Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, who end up being the final 2 who will face off to find out who gets to get fucked by MJF.
I don't think that was the stipulation at the end.
That's the way I interpret it when I saw it on social media. I'm 100% sure that's exactly what's happening.
I don't think that's what that means.
I also think they should rename it the Dime a Dozen because it's 12 guys.
I don't make the rules.
I like that.
And nobody in that match really had a chance but those 2 guys. Like, I looked at that battle royal and I'm like, why the fuck are any of you here?
Because TV time.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what they tend to do?
Because every other big name is in the Red Robin Continental Breakfast Tournament.
maybe not do two like event like driven things at the same time.
It's AEW. That's all they do.
That's what they don't mean anything.
Well, no, I guess that's Natalia. Julia Hart. I was gonna say the Queen of Hearts, but then I was like, oh well, she's also Blackheart. But wait, no, that's Owen, and I'm just stealing all of the, yeah, we're not gonna do that in Canada. So Julia Hart, non-Canadian, officially has targeted Jamie Hayter, and Hayter talks with her. Hayter talks with her hand jobs, not her kisser. She's like, we're going to fight. We're not going to talk. That's how I handle things. I throw hands. I don't throw kisses. She is really into this tournament, and Julia better not fuck it up for her, is basically the message that she sent.
So what does that mean, kids? Julia's going to fuck it up for her. Exactly. Very good. I love these vignettes that Julia has been writing herself.
Really? That's interesting. Mm-hmm. They've been fantastic.
She's been writing them herself. The person who's editing them did that one that we saw on Dynamite in a day. Like filmed it, edited it, gave to them in a day.
They need to get hired for the actual vignettes for AEW.
They're killing it. It's my favorite thing.
Repping the Gangbang Gang, Swiss Cheese stays white versus the elf that Gravity forgot, and Swiss Cheese puts that elf on the shelf and also handles Yuta. In the meantime, Marina and Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati are too much for him, though. Hangman causes a distraction, and OC gets kinky with the camera cable, but Marina yanks OC off as Hangman and Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati brawl. Then OC, Swiss Cheese, and Evil Mustache run a train on Stone Cold Steve Cincinnati.
Hell yeah.
Did any of that make sense to you, Vince?
I mean,
it made me hungry for a Swiss cheese sandwich. That's about it.
I actually don't like Swiss cheese, but I love Diego Luna. And then this is like kind of jumping ahead, but like I didn't watch it. I saw the clip. The Death Riders tried to quite literally poison and kill Orange Cassidy on Collision tonight. And Fear the Revolver and the Bald One saved him.
The Revolver.
Makes it
I know you said the bald one, but it sounded like you said the bald win.
The bald one?
I was like, which one? Alec?
Shot somebody?
Speaking of Fear the Revolver, there is a Baldwin who now fears the revolver, so like it makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's all a swallow, by the way.
All a swallow. We got Evil Mustache, we got Elf on a Shelf, we got so much stuff. Anna Jay renews her rivalry. I'm starting to feel like if they don't pull the Shane McMahon trigger, this Death Riders thing is dead in the water.
Great.
It does feel like it's floating on some anticipation, and if that anticipation doesn't come, is this all for naught?
Yes, 100%.
It's edging. They're edging.
Yeah.
Well, they have edge.
He's not cleared yet. Anyways.
Anna Jay defeats Penelope Ford, then calls out Mercedes, who tells Anna to come back when she has actually done something. So Anna gives her a facial. Mercedes only had time for a quickie, though, and ran away.
Because Mercedes is a bitch.
Anna Jay versus Mercedes might be really good.
Anna Jay better take that goddamn title off of Mercedes.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not watching the program, and I know that they like dick ride Mercedes up there. I don't think it's happening.
Speaking of people that we dick ride, Mina Shirakawa.
Oh, I was like, where is this going?
Mariah says that Mina has to stop shaking her tits and go to work at some point. I disagree. I think she can do both. She doesn't have to stop one way or the other.
It is work.
Do both.
Yeah. Mina hands a bottle to Mariah and says, "Do it to my face. Winter is coming. Make me work for it." And me and Winter have something in common.
You're so dumb. I love that. Because it's also because like you could see Mina like in the background, like just fast walking to get to where they were, and then just hand her. It was so good. I love
Like she was
it.
gonna hit her, but then she didn't hit her, and she's like, "Do it to my
Yeah.
face, bitch."
She's like, "Do it to
It
my
was
face,
gold.
bitch."
I agree.
Yeah.
Anything from AEW, Katie or Vince, from the clips that got shared somewhere that you may have skimmed that was not good enough for Ritter? You guys want to talk about?
No, let's see if you can pull up anything first. Let's see. Anything? Steve?
No, TC didn't share anything else.
Okay. Obviously we speak Chris Jericho and everything he does.
Every time.
We just have to say it every week. Like we have to like keep it going. There's two things actually. Swerve beat the shit out of Max Caster, rightfully so. Swallow, as he should, because Max Caster fucking sucks. Anthony Bowens deserves so much better.
That's well deserved. Well deserved.
And then there was a really cool fucking vignette for Bandito. I was like, I'm in.
I did not like this.
I liked it.
I thought it was for Hangman, and I'm like, why are we doing this?
Well, I was trying to think. I was like,
Bandito?
okay, well, who else is like a cowboy kind of thing? I forgot because Bandito got hurt, I think.
Now, however, I will say this. If we can get Hangman to beat Stone Cold Steve in Cincinnati and crown Bandito the winner of the Red... Well, he's not in it. It was Commander. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'll just say if Bandito could win the Red Robin Continental Breakfast Tournament, and then we could get a duel at high noon between Hangman and Bandito, I'd be down for that.
I mean, we could still realistically get that match once Bandito comes out.
Listen, if you want me to
Doesn't
turn
matter,
the
though.
corner on Hangman Page, you gotta do a duel with Bandito. That's what I want to see.
I just thought it was really cool. I like that they're just trying new stuff.
I'm gonna look for it because AEW bringing the Mexican in. Okay, sure, I'll watch for a Mexican.
Bandito's been on TV before.
I know,
We put Hangman on one side of a dusty road in the middle of an old fucking cowboy town. Put Bandito on the other. They take their paces, they turn, and each of them whips out a member of FTR.
Well, no, only one of them used the gun.
Well,
Only
so
one
they're
of them
gonna
used the gun, but
anyways, Rylan. So we were doing the Walloper Rewind. You guys got to check it out. We were talking about Judgment Day 04, and it was the random tag team pairing of Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree, and we were trying to figure out what would be the modern day version. And Bandito and Hangman would be a really good modern day version.
Those Cowboys.
But that makes sense, though, Rylan. They're both cowboys. That makes sense. Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree didn't have anything in common.
all right. We got to get through SmackDown so we can get to deadlines. Let's keep SmackDown tight.
Tight.
Cody Rhodes just wants to talk about his ex-girlfriend Kevin, but instead, American-made crosses state lines to call Cody a bad boyfriend and we get reminded of Shorty G by Stardust. Chad says, if I wasn't wearing this suit, so Cody told him, go ask Nick if it's cool if you take that suit off and you put on your shitty little boots and we get in this ring and we do something. Go get permission. KO said, fuck Minnesota, fuck Michael Cole, and with good cause, because that interview was biased and unprofessional as fuck in the car on Michael Cole's part. Cody versus Chad in an American fuckfest ends with the most American Cody Rhodes on top of Chad. But here comes a pissed off Canadian to kick America right in its tariffs, and America deserved it.
Few things. One, shitty little boots is Roderick Strong. We will not.
Okay, I said put on his shitty little boots. I didn't call him shitty little boots.
Okay, I was gonna say different. Shitty little boots is Roderick Strong. I like the idea. Well, actually, I didn't like that Shorty G got brought up because I was like, wow, that trauma. I forgot about that. But Cody also brought up his trauma as well. Stardust. We were all there. We lived it.
Shared trauma.
Shared trauma. We love it. And that I don't even remember actually watching the match, to be fair. It was like on and I watched it, but like nothing retained. So I was tired.
Adulting's hard. It's hard. Especially in the winter during daylight savings when it gets darker faster, you get tired faster.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Listen, Cody is the most American, and shout out to Canada for kicking us in the tariffs because we deserve it. All right. I'm all team KO right now.
I'm gonna swallow.
Rolling up the window.
That was hilarious. I'm gonna swallow Canada's involvement in the All American segments and match thereafter on SmackDown, but I'm gonna spit like American Made, Chad Gable showing up on SmackDown. Like I get the reasoning why they were doing it, but like I don't give a fuck about Shorty G, Chad Gable reference being referenced as that. I don't care about what they were trying to do with Cody. I thought like the match was gonna be fine, but I don't really care. Like I didn't really care. They were just figuring out something to do in the meantime while they get to their Kevin versus Cody match, which should have just been that Survivor Series.
No.
So Bianca got cocky, even though she's got barbecued ribs. Ends up being taken out by Piper and Chelsea for throwing out accusations that were unfair, unfounded, and uncalled for. Piper loses to Bianca despite her barbecued ribs, and then gets dropped onto Chelsea as well to get the win. Spit or swallow, Naomi, her overly cooked ribs, and her just throwing out random accusations at folks about who did what when Bianca. Yeah, what did I say?
Naomi.
You said Naomi and her barbecue.
Naomi's right there, and I feel like she might be guilty, so that's why.
She is guilty. Well, because we found out it was during Bianca's match, and Piper was like chilling in Gorilla.
Okay.
And there were witnesses.
So who
was Bianca?
It was Bianca,
Chelsea. And who the fuck else was in that match?
Was it
Candace?
So it wasn't Candace, it wasn't Chelsea, it wasn't Bianca, and it wasn't Piper.
It was Naomi.
You don't know that it wasn't Bianca.
She was in the match.
They said she got attacked during her match.
They found her during the match. I don't know that she got attacked during the match.
If she did all of that and then still was just like, oh no, my match. Like, no, it was
It makes no sense for her to have been the one to attack Jade, because then she takes herself out of that U.S. title championship tournament to go check on her friend who she beat up herself. Like, why would you take yourself out of contention for a brand new title?
Because she's a main eventer. She's not a mid-carder. She don't need to be in that tournament.
But Piper and Bianca, that match fucking slapped.
Yes.
Bianca doing the KOD on Piper to Chelsea, that was great.
Chelsea shouldn't have been there.
Chelsea shouldn't have been there. Wrong place, wrong time.
LA Knight and Andrade both wanted to fuck on Shinsuke, but instead they got gangbanged by the new bloodline.
Not what I was expecting, but they also didn't attack Shinsuke.
Oh, because he started having like black sludge coming out of his mouth, and Solo was like, "Let's not fuck with that. This is on some like grudge level."
I said, "That's a demon. You gotta go away."
Solo knows that shit's gonna blind him.
The meaning of the mist.
Apparently, LA Knight doesn't know what the mist does, so he doesn't act properly. But Solo knows because he's a fucking wrestler's wrestler. His entire family has wrestled from the 1700s to now. Every member.
Exactly. Also, I'm gonna spit Andrade just being like a bystander and just getting caught in the crossfires. Like, bro, like you should just stay in the back. Should have just stayed in the back. What you doing? Don't
Shouldn't have been standing there.
Say what?
Shouldn't have been standing there.
Again, wrong place, wrong time. Theme of SmackDown this past week.
Naomi, Tiffany, and Elektra compete in an interracial three-way for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tiffy time. Candice tries to get involved, but Naomi denies her entry to the match. Tiffy gets the win, moves on. What?
I'm just shaking my head that Tiffy won.
See, every time you shake your head, you make me think that I said something wrong because I say wrong stuff all the time. So, like...
No, if you say something wrong, I'm going to verbalize it.
You have shaked your head at me when I've been wrong before, too.
Well, yeah, because sometimes I just let you finish your sentence and then I'll correct you. Sometimes I just cut you off.
Exactly. So that's what I thought was just happening. So anyway, Tiffany won, correct?
Yes.
Interracial three-way, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Candice denied entry into fucking around and finding out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tiffany, Money in the Bank, and now also advancing in the U.S. Women's Championship tournament.
Stupid.
I'm a swallow.
You thought it should be Naomi?
She has the Money in the Bank briefcase. Why is she doing this?
I mean, I'm a swallow just because, like, I get Naomi, but she might be like wrapped up in something else. So they're just trying to push Tiffany to get all those big wins because she hasn't really had a lot of big wins since the Money in the Bank. So, I mean, she may not win it. She's not going to win the championship, but she's going to advance. And if you look at the matchups, you kind of have to have a heel in that scenario because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's going to be facing the winner of next week's match, which I'm anticipating it to be Mia Yim, Mi Chin. So Mi Chin versus Tiffany is going to slap.
It's Tiffany versus Mi Chin. It's Bailey versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Those two matches still need to happen.
Chelsea defeating Mia Yim, Mi Chin, become the Women's United States Champion.
Yeah, that's
hey, if that ends up being my final two, then I'm in because those are the two I wanted to win.
Like I said, we talked about it, Katie. We feel that I felt that I would feel the same way as Spanish Rachel would advance in her triple threat, but also I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised by that outcome as long as she doesn't end up winning the whole shebang. I'm fine with it.
I will just say quickly before we move on, that was probably her best PME. So pretty smooth hot over.
Yes.
I got that. We
got so we had big what the fuck moment on Monday Night Raw, right? We talked about that. Multiple, actually. We had the Drew McIntyre returning what the fuck, and we also had the New Day turning heel what the fuck. Speaking of tag teams turning heel, ladies and gentlemen, the Street Profits are found down and out backstage, and Jonathan Gargano just so happens to be right there to be like, hey, listen, I know this sucks, but like, hey, we're available, and I used to fucking fluffer Alex Shelley, so like maybe we could get a title match. And then he goes to Ciampa and he's like, hey, Ciampa, I got us a title match. And he's like, okay, you got us what we already were owed and deserved. Like, good for you. Doesn't change shit. We're going to go fuck up your boys. And Johnny's like, oh. And then we get out there and then they start arguing in the match, but it is all a ploy because we are back to meat and potatoes as Johnny touches meat and potatoes, turns heel and says, that was easy. Heel DIY and your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions over the Detroit Robo
Mercenary Snipers.
Robo what?
Gats. Machine gun. Robo Gat.
And yeah, I understand. I mean, Savannah and I called it after I called Johnny the Cowardly Lion, which is still true.
Johnny the Cowardly Lion is hilarious. That still popped me.
It's what happened. I speak the truth. I speak for the trees. I think Savannah and I were right. This is the first time we're seeing both members of DIY being heel at the same time as a tag team.
As a tag team, because
I feel like the way Johnny and heel Ciampa did kind of get together a little bit.
So what they were doing is when they did that random ass call up from NXT Superstars, where they called up Ricochet, Alistair, Johnny, and Tommaso, they had them teaming together, both as heels on the main roster, and they did like 2 matches before they both got sent back to NXT and only kept Ricochet and Alistair.
Yeah, so I'm not counting that.
So that doesn't count because they weren't.
And that also was just like them not even really being DIY at that point. They were just Tommaso and Johnny.
But this is them officially being DIY heel DIY together at the same time. It's always been either Johnny heel or Tommaso Ciampa heel. I love this. This is a big swallow. And please, sir, may I have some more of this heel Johnny Gargano? Because that was the best Johnny Gargano was when he was heel Johnny. That's what I love.
We'll see how TC feels about heel Johnny on his TV versus baby.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to the Young Kings Wrestling for that.
He's going to be mad regardless.
Yeah.
Anything on SmackDown that wasn't good enough for Ritter?
No.
Swallowing Dominic Mysterio talking to Nick Aldis backstage. like randomly happen in the background. Swallowing him talking to Gunther and having that interaction with Melo. Interesting to see what the rosters are going to shake up at.
He disrespected the fuck out of Melo, so like I'm not swallowing that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. The number one draft pick to SmackDown, you're gonna disrespect him like that?
I mean, to be fair, Melo just be going up to people randomly in the hallway and getting himself into situations he could have avoided if he just minded his own business. Did that with Cody. Did that with Cody. He's done that with Andrade. Now he did it with Gunther. You fuck around and you find out.
Okay.
I can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, but I still can't hear you. Hold on.
No, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's why I switched my headphones.
Sounds like the Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Good.
Fantastic.
I am back. All right, deadline. Smash or pass time. I got everything I wanted in the men's Survivor Series match after bitching and complaining that I wasn't getting what I wanted. Because what did I say? I said, you're going to put Wesley and Javon Evans and Nathan Frazier in this match. Obafemi needs to be there to just whip them around and throw them and hurt them and punish them. And then you gave me Eddie Thorpe, and I was like, okay, fuck you. This means absolutely nothing, and I don't want to really see anyone win because I don't want to see Ethan Page win again. No. I don't think Javon Evans is ready. Wesley's the only one that I'm kind of sort of behind in this because fuck Frazier. And then we got Obafemi, and Obafemi came in, and Obafemi pinned 2 men at one time, and he got the win to go up 3-1. Let me read what I actually wrote here, though, because it's all about nut. So everyone gets their nut but Javon at first. He really struggled to get his nut. Eddie is replaced by Oba, who gets his nut immediately. Javon gets trapped in the box because Oba kept slamming dudes into the door. So he climbed out and jumped off it, and then he finally got his nut. And everyone nutted up for one. Oba dominates Ethan in the box and pins both Frazier and Wes at the same time to go up 3 nuts over Javon and Evan's 2 nuts, or Javon and Ethan's 2 nuts, and 1 apiece nuts from Wes and Frazier. Smash or pass.
How the fuck did Frazier break his nose? Because I missed this part.
I missed that too.
I think it was when they all kicked each other.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, we love you too, Ivan. That was nuts. Don't worry, more people are getting their nut later on.
So everyone who was bitching and complaining that Tony D'Angelo beat Obafemi, you're fucking welcome.
Because he gets to move on now. Now we get.
I said it we've been saying it from the jump, and everyone was like, "But no, this is what we wanted." I said it a long time ago. We wanted Oba versus Trick.
See, here's the thing.
That's what we're getting.
Because we saw Keith Lee challenge Adam Cole for the NXT title while North American champion. Just because we saw it one time. Everyone's like, oh, well, why can't they do that with Obafemi? And it's like, no, it's right under the passage. You put over someone, and then you move on to greener pastures. That's just kind of how it goes. Just like dropping the NXT title and before you go into main, which I think might be happening to someone.
We were calling it. When we got Eddie Thorpe, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And why is he on this match?
Yeah.
So,
but then as soon as he got taken out, I was like, oh.
Fingers crossed. Lexus King still can't figure out how the fuck to get over, but he is also still vaguely mentioning his father without mentioning his father and his daddy issues.
Been there. I mean, he's trying. This is a different. I like this Lexus King more than weird Lexus King from a few months ago.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit more relatable for sure.
The first time that Kate had ever seen Lexus King was on Tuesday, and her new thing is just hating on his facial hair.
Oh, because she doesn't. Awful.
Yeah, no, she hates it. She doesn't understand it. She was looking into stuff and trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. She is not about this facial hair.
Is it bad that I'm warming up to it and I kind of like it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, the facial hair I will never like, but Lexus King, I'm.
Listen, CM Punk and I both like it, and if CM Punk likes it, it can't be that bad.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
Yeah. Smashing the Lexus.
We got Miss Parker versus Vice City in an underground match. Ass got pounded. People got fisted. Pillar to post. They spooned, and Vice City gets the win.
Undefeated and underground.
Smash.
Like Lola's hand. Smash.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Lola's-
Just like Lola's hand. Oh, man. No, it was a fantastic match. We are honestly seeing one of, if not, like, the best women's rivalry in NXT history right now. And it's only the beginning. And Lola and Jada Parker, they're both fucking stars. We're going to look back in this rivalry a few years down the line. I'm like, remember when they used to go back in NXT? It's gonna be the same how people talk about Kevin and Sammy and another example out there. Gargano and Ciampa. No, that's
Okay, there we go.
It's gonna
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor versus
Purple.
yeah. It's gonna be great.
I enjoyed Survivor Series. You're not there. We had a tag title match with Broken beating up Frazier and Axiom, and I'm gonna kick this off. I'm passing. I am passing so fucking hard. I don't care how good the match was. I don't give a fuck about either of these teams. We talked about it. Listen, I don't even know if I'm mad or happy that Fraxium retained because I wanted them to finally end this. Will they? Won't they? Maybe break up and just fucking break up. And the only way that's going to happen is if they lose, and they didn't lose. But also, Tavion Heights gear pissed me the fuck off. Why do you have a singlet with one leg sleeve? What is the one leg sleeve? It bugged the fuck out of me the entire time.
It looks stupid.
Miles Bourne looks like fucking cosplay Randy Orton with Maven's moveset. So, like, why the fuck are we here? Why is discount Randy Orton and Tavion and that bullshit-ass gear in this position, in this match, and why can't we just give the tag team titles to the family like we should? Why is this a thing?
I'm gonna, you know what, Katie, you go first.
Pleasantly surprised that Fraxium retained. I didn't even notice the leg sleeve, so y'all are tripping. Relax.
You didn't notice that he had one bare leg and one covered leg.
No, yeah. I was not looking at his legs.
That's all I was looking at. Him and his
legs. I'm so sorry. I was looking at friggin' Frazier trying not to die. At this point, I don't think they're gonna break up because they seemed to be okay tonight. But I don't know, it kind of seems like they're going through the tag teams and OTM keeps sticking their nose in their business. So OTM versus Fraxium?
OTM's got to be the team. Angel Reset. That's a basketball reference. WNBA.
I know who Angel Reset is.
Oh, okay. Katie sports more now since you left.
I sports, guys.
Yeah, Katie sports now. I'm gonna smash the match. It was fantastic. It was one of the better matches on the whole card. I don't really care about Fraxium outside the ring, but when they get in the ring, both of them can go. They're both fantastic. The crowd really got behind Axiom as well. What's the dude? Tavion what? Tavion
Heights.
Tavion Heights. Coming out party for Tavion Heights. Fantastic. In ring wise, he looked amazing. I need you to get rid of your fucking gear. Get new gear. Get rid of that leg sleeve. Because what was stupid is that he had the leg sleeve on the left leg, but an arm sleeve on the right arm. And it's like, the fuck are you
evening it out?
For the balls?
Evening it out would be to put it on
the lovables?
The labials?
No, on the Chicago Sky.
I laughed at my own joke. I'm funny. Whatever. Continue.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Yes, it's OG Zack Ryder look, but Zack Ryder had like pants and whatnot. Whatever. It looked fine on Zack Ryder. Didn't like it on Tavion Heights. Miles Bourne, right? That's his name?
Yes.
I don't get Baby Orton or anything from him. I get bootleg Timo carrying cross from him.
Oh no! Did you not see the video of him doing the?
I did.
And then Randy perfected it, and he was like,
"I did see it. I did see it."
That's the passing of the torch right there.
But he looks more like ball carrying Cross to me than he does Randy Orton.
He looks like Randy.
No. Carrying Cross. Without the goatee.
You're mixing up your white people again, Vince.
It's okay. It's not as insulting.
Speaking of mixing up your white people, Trick Williams overcomes the Colonizer to retain the NXT Heavyweight Championship.
That rope spot, my God. I got scared.
That spot is what I want to know without having to watch it again.
I mean, the match was fun. I don't fuck with Rich Holland at all.
He has a really good theme song, though.
You know what? Remember when he broke both his legs? I do. Haha.
Yeah. I'm gonna smash the result, but pass the match itself. I just didn't really care for it, like I said.
Drake?
Drake.
I gotta start watching.
Did I miss something?
I'm confused.
Oh,
here.
because I called him a colonizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
All
All these Degrassi references. This is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the women's Iron Survivor, Julia and Ren decided we were going to kick this off by chain wrestling for 5 minutes straight. After Soul comes in, Julia gets her nut first from Ren right before Zarya shows up. Soul snatched double the souls on Zarya and Julia, but got no nut. Then Ren gets out of the box, comes in, gets her soul snatched. Soul gets her nut. Ren has now taken 2 pinfalls for the first 2 women to get their nuts. Julia and Soul put Zarya through the table. Zarya gets up, wrecks everyone, and then gets her nut from Julia. Julia and Stephanie try to get some alone time and eventually do and give each other headbutts. Stephanie gets her first nut also off Ren. So 3 of the women got their first nuts off Ren. Ren finally gets her nut off Soul. And Julia gets her second nut and the win with an arrivederci because she is Japanese and Italian.
You also forgot to mention Zarya's nut on... Who did she pin?
Julia, I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say it. That's why I was
Zarya gets up, wrecks everyone, and gets her nut from Julia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying. You were talking really fast.
Probably.
Not me.
Okay. Smash the match. It was now counts. It was over 9,000. It was a great match. It was fantastic. All the women were great. They all served their role, including Ren Sinclair, helping everybody get their nut. Not the easiest thing to do, but when you help get multiple women their nut,
They were getting behind Ren in the match too. They were cheering for Ren at one point.
Why?
I got behind her. Like, she's kind of like the little engine that could, the little train that could. Like,
no, there's the one person in the match who was just eating pins. She didn't need a dub. Fuck off.
She got the one dub on Soul, and Soul being locked up,
which is bullshit.
Listen, it was a great visual. At the end, Stephanie McIntyre couldn't get her nut at the end to like tie things up. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this. Also, because they keep mentioning how the rosters are going to be changing on SmackDown with the move to Netflix next month, and how the Raw, NXT, and SmackDown champs are going to all talk and have like a shuffle of rosters. I can honestly see Roxanne Perez dropping.
Why? Why shuffle rosters when everyone just goes wherever the fuck they want anyway? Tiffany Stratton showed up on NXT tonight, and she's like, well, I am Miss Money in the Bank, and I can go wherever I want. It's like, okay, but CM Punk showed up, and he's not Money in the Bank, and he was there.
He was invited.
All of these people just show up wherever the fuck they want. So because why shuffle rosters? Why even have rosters? Why not just have a roster and book whoever the fuck you want? Because there is no brand split. So stop fucking lying to me.
So anyways, this Women's Iron Survivor match was phenomenal. Sol Ruka did great. I believe this was Sol's best match and best performance. Well done. Well done to all of the ladies. The Ren Sinclair did fine, I guess. I loved this match. Julia getting all of her confetti and her streamers, and I was like, you
It
know,
was great. It was a feel good moment for her. I loved it. I think she's gonna get that title off of Roxanne.
Ren
Yes.
literally was stay, get your ass beat, stay, get your ass beat. Literally, that's all Ren is.
I agree with everything you guys said. I am disappointed in the winner.
Really? How come? Let me guess. You wanted Stephanie?
You wanted Stephanie?
That's
No,
all I
Julia-
wanted. And she came in like a house of fucking fire, and I was like, oh, she's going to do this shit.
She
Julia
got
had her
lost.
shot, and she lost. It is time for Zarya and Stephanie to get their shots. And honestly, I just kind of want Stephanie to get the win and take that title. So, like...
I mean, well, Julia's gonna beat Roxanne at New Year's Evil, and then we're gonna get Julia and Stephanie and Julia and Zarya and all of these great matchups because Roxanne's finally gonna get the fuck out of NXT because she just doesn't need to be there anymore and go to the main roster and play with the big girls.
I'm worried that...
Oh my God, Katie. Roxanne Perez eventually challenging for the IC Women's Championship.
She's got to be on the main roster for a while.
No, I know. But down the line, that's what you can set up. That's a possibility right there.
I'm worried that Stephanie will be Julia's first feud. And if that's the case, not with the NXT Women's title, and then she might be one of those women who's there and never gets it. I want to see her get it. I want to see her get it more than I want to see anyone else.
Look at some of the women that didn't get the title, like Bianca Belair, and then
I don't care about any of that. That's not what I want, Vince. I wanted Bianca Belair to win that shit. I wanted everyone to win that shit before they
He
went
said,
up.
"Shut
What
the
the
fuck
fuck?
up, Vince."
Don't try and sell me on it. No, that's not what the fuck I want. Okay, I want Stephanie McIntyre holding the NXT Women's title. That's what the fuck I want.
I honestly, truthfully think she will.
she will. Stephanie McIntyre, like, I get Julia was the bigger name, like, outside of WWE, but Stephanie McIntyre is the bigger star in NXT currently. She's the one that everyone's most behind, and she's the most over one. She has the most star power.
And Julia's half Italian, and TC's gonna give me shit because I'm going against an Italian/Sicilian again for someone else, but that's okay. It's all about Stephanie.
Yeah.
No,
Really,
Julia's great. I'm happy for her.
Sicilians, I see.
I was really, really, really just hoping to see Stephanie bump in there and get her shot since we already gave Julia one. And then I thought if Stephanie did get it and got the win, with Zarya maybe going for the North American title, then we could start a good feud with Julia eventually taking it off Stephanie down the road.
Because
Jordan Grace also has to show up at some point too. So like, there's shit.
Oh my god, I forgot about Jordan Grace.
Yeah. And Sol Ruka's in the mix now.
Sol Ruka's coming up. Jaden Parker's coming up. Lola
Brent
Vines.
Sinclair.
Brent Sinclair.
No. Boo.
Listen, Julia, yes, she failed to capture the title, but it was due to interference from Cora Jade.
They won't.
NXT Women's is just up quiet, I'm sure.
There's too many good women for all of them to get their run. That's the problem.
He wants his ladies to get their nut, Vince.
Goddamn right.
Ladies deserve the nut too.
Bianca deserved a nut more than anybody.
That's honestly
Great.
true.
Great. Who's champion around that time? Raquel, Spanish Rachel? Yeah, she doesn't.
Probably. See, Spanish Rachel.
Charlotte, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea deserved it.
No, I'm just saying. He said who was champion around
okay.
that time. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. That was when Charlotte defeated Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania and became champion.
Oh, because they were going to
cut Bianca out.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
That was the you don't even go here.
Yep.
You're right.
I am right.
God damn it, Charlotte.
God. Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, the queen's thawing. She can stay frozen."
The queen is thawing.
Call her Elsa. She can stay frozen.
Oh.
I'm just saying, folks. Anyways.
Show of the week.
Well, NXT Deadline overall, smash or pass?
Smash.
It was a really good show.
Outside of that shitty tag team match, smash.
The match was great. The result.
It was not great. The ones that were in the match did not deserve to be in the match, and the champions should have lost their titles a long time ago. I don't care. I don't care how entertained you were by the in-ring action of people flying around and flipping and jumping and hitting each other. None of those people deserve to be in that position. Period.
It was a great match.
None of
No,
that. There was
no,
an entire battle royal full of people that deserved to be in that match more than
There was only two teams in that battle royal that deserved to be in there.
The family,
and that was the family,
Gallus,
and
OTM.
Gallus don't deserve to be in there. Gallus don't have.
I want to say
Why?
something
They're an
really
established
fucked
tag
up.
team.
I'm going to say something
They're
really
established
fucked up, and this is the only
Say
time you're
it.
going to hear this. Hank and Tank deserved it more.
Okay.
I fucking hate Hank. Hank and Tank deserved it more.
No,
They're more over.
No, stop. No, Hank and Tank deserve to get their pink slip and get out.
We're not here for solid matches. That's not what the fuck we do here.
It was a great.
Okay, well,
match.
some of us are here for solid matches.
Solid matches are a nice cherry on top of something better. All right,
we're not here just
you like
with the good match.
We don't
not
do that
everybody
shit
gets their nut off the same way.
Oh yeah, so my show of the week's Deadline.
Yeah, my show of the week's also Deadline.
It's either Deadline or Dynamite.
I was gonna say Raw.
Raw with that New Day stuff. That segment.
No,
all the women's all the matches, they were all fantastic.
No,
Raw's the best of the week.
It's Deadline.
I think I'm gonna go Raw.
I hated her.
I didn't get to go Raw before the show, so I'm gonna go Raw now.
Hopefully
Should
after.
it be?
No, see, there's a whole thing with pregnancy and a certain stage. Anyway, you'll figure it out one day, Vince. So for me and Vince, Raw was the best show of the week. For Katie, it was Deadline. Fair. Deadline was a great show as well. Katie, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, KatieRasson13, Linktree, about everything She Lead Showcase, twitch.tv/She Lead Showcase, youtube.com/She Lead Showcase. Getting Off we did yesterday. That was fun. That was a great time. And then the three of us are going to be on a show on Monday, so.
Well, it won't be live on Monday, but we're recording it.
Well, we're doing a show on Monday, but it'll be out the following week.
Yeah.
That's all.
Delgado?
Yeah, follow me on social media at 606 Universe with the first 6 being spelled out. On Blue Sky at STS Vince. YouTube.com at 606 Universe. I just dropped this week a video with Katie. We talked about the 6 women who we think should be the inaugural IC champion. Starting to get into a rhythm here with these countdown videos, so that might be a thing going forward on the channel. So check that out as well. And once you watch that video, go over to Katie's channel so we can talk about and watch together the 6 women who shouldn't win or can't win the championship. Spanish Rachel for sure is on there. Check out Wallop Media. I was on their Wallop Roundup where we talked about Judgment Day 2004. It was a fun time. Check it out. It was a great episode. Rylan, thank you again. And of course, get your podcasts. Get your podcasts on the Twitter. Get your podcasts on Instagram and on YouTube.
Start calling you Big V. You guys can follow me.
Big Daddy V.
No,
I don't. I hate this here.
You guys can follow me on all social medias: TikTok, Threads, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Smackin It Raw. You can follow me on Twitter, but I ain't gonna respond because I don't go there no more. We don't go there anymore. Also, last night, as I said, Katie and I did the show. It's called Getting Off. It's about scary movies, where we talked about scary movies, we watched trailers for scary movies, and then we reviewed a scary movie. So if you like scary movies, you should check out our show. And if you like this show, you'll like that show. So you should watch both the shows and then tell me how much you think I'm pretty, because it makes me feel good. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bay, Big V, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter. This has been what?
Nothing. Good.
This has been your #1 wrestling podcast, formerly on Pornhub.